Voters as they prepare for Wednesday's by-elections. Let's cross live now to our reporter Samkele Maseko, who is live with us from Kagiso.
Vote ANC come 2021 elections.
These are highly contested by-elections on Wednesday. Are you happy with the way your campaign has gone so far?
Our campaign is wonderful. People still have hope in the ANC. We have gone to churches. We have gone to door. In this area, there are many military veterans of Azanla, from Nazapo, from PAC, MK. They are here and they have houses and they are happy, and they are saying the ANC must just do more. And the people, as we are doing door to door, old people, young people are very positive. I'm definitely sure that they have realized that there is no need to vote any other party except the African National Congress.
You say they are positive, but they've told you that you need to move with speed in terms of basic services. Yes, we are here, we see houses, but they say the ANC needs to do more. They are running out of hope and patience.
Well, that's what we must do. Remember, we are only 26 years after freedom. Everybody who has independence will tell you how difficult it has been. Oliver Tambo said it, that once you are in government, you're going to see how difficult it is, because we have to address challenges of millions of our people. Those with no water, those with no electricity, and we are saying to them, tomorrow you will get it.
Mr. Magashule, there is also the issue of the elections that have just taken place in the United States, particularly the ANC's response with Joe Biden winning, thumping Donald Trump, who said he thumped him, and Donald Trump not willing to concede to those elections. Is there a constitutional and political crisis in the United States?
I don't think there will be any constitutional crisis in the U.S. Whoever has won will win. I'm sure they will declare their elections. They are a sovereign country. We respect their sovereignty. And I hope whoever wins, whether it's Biden, if he wins, I hope that America will start realizing that it's part of the globe. Multilateralism, they will actually ensure that they respect sovereignty of other countries. They will deal with the issues of Palestine. They will deal with issues of Western Sahara. They will respect the sovereignty of all those countries. They will deal with Cuba, as Obama did. I'm sure Biden will actually have to do what Obama did during his reign.
Still on America, the FBI is said to be eyeing your former personal assistants on the forensic, or should I say, on the corruption investigation. Are you worried about FBI coming for you?
No, there was nothing like that anyway. Remember, the PA is studying in America now. They just wanted to check where she's staying, because she gave the Zondo Commission the physical address where she stays as a student. So there isn't any much about it.
Let's talk about factionalism in the ANC. Mavuso Msimang on Friday in UNISA said the ANC is severely weakened, but he doesn't see an alternative to replace it. President Cyril Ramaphosa says the ANC is at its lowest at the moment. How is the Unity Project going?
It's going well. It's up to us as individuals, members of the ANC. There is no need to move away from the African National Congress. There is a need for us to sit down and discuss our issues internally and move forward and become more strong. And we have seen it, and we are saying it all over wherever we go. We are saying, because it must start from the branch level, and we must actually do our best as the leadership at top level. We must stop actually doing things outside the organization.
Mr. Magashule, just on the passing on of Mluleki Ndobe, the ANC's message on the passing of this particular leader, judging that he was also shrouded with particular allegations that he was part and parcel of the murder and assassination of Sindiso Makata, judging that also the case was preliminary dismissed in a court of law, but could have been dismissed later on in any court, and also that the gun he used to take his own life was returned to him on Wednesday after it was still in the hands of the Hawks. What's the ANC's view overall of the life and times of Mluleki Ndobe?
He was a good comrade. I know him personally, a real activist, a comrade who understood the ANC, a comrade who understood what is it to serve our people. And we are passing our condolences to the Ndobe's family. Many other things are outside our reign, and I'm sure we should just focus and say, long live the spirit of Comrade Ndobe, long live.
Former President Thabo Mbeki and Mavuso Msimang on Friday taking a swipe on MKMVA members whom they say continue to cause chaos. Mavuso Msimang labeled them clowns and idiots. What is your view on that?
I respect all those who fought for freedom, especially Umkhondo Wesizwe comrades who left the country consciously, deliberately, to come back and fight for freedom. And those are the people who have fought for freedom. If you talk about MK, Umkhondo Wesizwe, it has a particular discipline, and I'm sure I don't want to enter that. I just respect their contribution during the history of struggle.
Let's talk about PPE corruption scandals. The Gauteng PEC is set to make a decision on your fellow comrades there. What's the report that you have received in that regard?
The leadership of Gauteng will deal with that matter.
As the Secretary General, what do you say? What do you have?
There is leadership in Gauteng. Things happen there, so they will deal with that matter.
But Mr. Magashule, when you look at the issue of the Department of Health in Gauteng, it's arguably been one of the Achilles heel of the African National Congress, if not the singular department that has cost you a significant chunk of votes here in this particular province. There's been no stability since Brian Hlongwa's days, Dr. Gwen Ramahokpa, now Dr. Masugu has been given the boot. Is the ANC seemingly failing to deal with health issues in this province?
The leadership of Gauteng will deal with such questions.
Secretary General, on the unity, are you worried as the Secretary General that the ANC has now become an organization of us and them, where each and every time where a senior leader is given a position or is given a platform, it's the opportunity for him to take a swipe at another faction in the ANC? Are you worried that that has become an organization of us and them?
Of course, I'll be worried, because that's not our culture, that's not how we were brought up. And that's why we always say, don't copy from others. Two wrongs, one wrong or two wrongs don't make a right. So we must all the time observe this, but we must consciously ensure that we act and behave in a very disciplined way. So we're making that call to our membership.
There is an admission, SG, that the ANC is faced with a number of challenges. Oliver Tambo, when the ANC was faced with challenges, he said you must close the ranks. Is there anything that you've learned from Oliver Tambo as the current crop of leadership in the ANC? Close ranks and don't allow your enemies to see that indeed there are problems with him.
We have closed ranks. Otherwise, after Nasrec, we could not have been here. Until today, people actually were predicting that the ANC after Nasrec is dead. We are working very fine with the President as the top six, the National Working Committee and the NEC of the ANC, and all our structures. Where there are challenges, we do interact and deal with those challenges.
But some senior leaders in the ANC are seeing themselves as angels, and maybe your faction, for a lack of a better word, as devils.
Well, I don't know who's senior leader in the ANC. We are all leaders, and they are leaders of the ANC.
President, former President Mbeki, they see themselves as better off as opposed to the current crop that is leading the ANC.
No, the ANC has all good leaders. I don't think there is a better leader than any other one. We are a collective, and Oliver Tambo and the culture and traditions of the ANC, we believe in collectivism. We don't have individualism in the ANC.
In closing, SG, have your lawyers heard from the Hawks? You said they were going to write to the Hawks inquiring about that warrant of arrest which was disputed. What's the latest?
But all that is in the media. You know what the Hawks responded, and why should I talk about it?
Are you still worried that they are coming for you?
No, I'm not worried about anything.
SG, despite all these challenges, do you still maintain unity is on the horizon in the ANC?
Unity is sacrosanct in the ANC. The ANC has united the people of South Africa, first and foremost blacks, Africans in particular, and generally because of non-racialism, character of the ANC, all South Africans must unite. But we must unite first as members of the ANC. And
SG, are you happy that Donald Trump is gone as the ANC?
Well, those are American politics. I can't say anything about another country. What I can only say is that America must learn to respect that every country, every nation is sovereign, and they must respect the independence, and they must also understand that they can't be telling the world what to do. That's why I said Cuba, important, Palestine, important, and they must actually respect and lift sanctions against Zimbabwe.
So essentially you are happy that Trump is gone?
American politics are American politics.
Joe Biden, do you support Joe Biden?
Shortly.
I will go anytime.
When last did you have you ever had an engagement with Joe Biden? We've seen that President-elect Joe Biden. We've seen that former President, Deputy President, and President Kgalema Motlanthe has had an engagement with him in 2010. He also had an engagement with former President Mbeki as the African National Congress. Traditionally, he's always supported the liberation struggle of the ANC. Will you, as the ANC, seek an engagement with President-elect?
We'll do so. We'll definitely do so, so that we actually ensure what we said in the Freedom Charter 1955. There shall be peace and friendship. So we must be friends with every nation.
Okay. That was the Secretary General of the African National Congress saying they would be seeking an engagement with President-elect of the United States of America. That would be Joe Biden, and also that they are saying that America must learn that they are living in a multilateral universe and that they should engage and respect other countries and lift the sanctions that they have on the ANC's traditional allies. That would Cuba, lift sanctions they have on our neighbors next door. That would be Zimbabwe, and also sort out the issues of Western Sahara. You did see that President-elect Joe Biden did say that at the top of his agenda is restoring multilateralism and also going back to the World Health Organization that Donald Trump, the incumbent president and outgoing president of the United States, with the elections being declared by various media organizations in the States, that's at the top of his agenda, with the first female vice president of the United States of America, Kamala Harris, saying that this is the time to repair the world's first and biggest economic country in the world, first world country, the United States of America, and restore it back to its former glory days. You also did see emotional scenes on the streets of New York, where our very own colleague, Shawn Price-Peace, was there yesterday.
Samkele Maseko, they're coming to us from Kagiso as different journalists around the country, SABC journalists, follow the story of the by-elections coming up on Wednesday the 11th. But in that conversation with the Secretary General, he also said there was no crisis of credibility in terms of the outcomes in the US. Let's take you back to the US stories. Now, Kamala Harris has made history as the first woman in the White House, but